Hi, it's Ellen Violette, and today did a training actually on how to write your book in half the time and 10 times your profits. And after giving that, which was in for a group called Social Buzz, with my colleague Laura Rubenstein, and after giving it, I mean, I was really giving this a lot of thought, and I thought, people just make this so much harder than it has to be. And when we create hooks and titles, we try to come up with things that are juicy, but we also want to come up with hooks that are the truth. And knowing that you could write a book in half the time for 10 times the profits is really a very doable proposition for anybody who is a coach, a consultant, a speaker. Actually, well, a speaker, they'd have to still be a coach. I mean, they'd have to teach something, or they could just be talking it, I guess, and getting paid for the speaking. But the point is that the real issues are there's really just a couple of things. One is that people don't think about what their call to action is before they write their book. And the point of a book should be that I mean, we're talking about nonfiction here for business, should be that you are using it as a lead magnet to get people to know you, like you, trust you, see what you're about, and see if they want to take the next step with you. And so, if you want them to take the next step with you, you need to create that call to action in a way that is going to make them want to take the next step with you. And then what you should do is work backwards. So it's what Stephen Covey says, start with the end in mind. So when you're writing your book, you should make sure that what you're writing is going to get them to their destination, which is that call to action, and make them want to take it. And so that really is what you need to do with your book to 10 times your profit. And 10 times your profit is not very much. I mean, if you are selling your book for 10 bucks and 10 times that is $100. And so one of the tactics that I learned from my friend and colleague Jeanette Cates was that she puts $100 offer at the end of her book, and she said about 1 in 20 people buy it, and it's a nice little income from her. That's very doable. And then really, um, what I really want to say is that you could 100 times, 1,000 times your book profits by having a high end offer that your lead magnet is ultimately leading to. So, I mean, you don't go there right away. To do a high ticket offer, you have to do some training. You're going to have to do webinar. Well, most people are going to do webinars, or they're going to do challenges, or they're going to do a 3-day event. I mean, they're going to do something to warm up that audience and then sell them into a high ticket offer. A high ticket offer being um, $5,000 or more. But even if it's less, I have a client where she was going to give her offer for $200. And I was telling her, no, you're not. That's like ridiculously low. And she had the framework in her book. And I said, look, let's just do a high ticket offer, package the whole thing together, and charge $5,000. Well, she wasn't quite comfortable getting herself to $5,000. And so we compromised at 2,500 for now. So, what I've learned over the years too is that you go through this no matter where you're at in your business. Like, let's say, like I remember when I was charging 7,500 for a number one bestseller launch, and to me that was a lot of money. And my client Christopher Lockheed said to me, "You need to double the price." Because really what I did was shepherd them through the whole book, edit, publish, and do the bestseller launch. And so the next time I offered it to a client, it was $15,000. And that was really hard for me. And I've heard people say they're making $1 million and now their next thing is $10 million, and that's scary to them. So, we have those barriers as we go along, and it's always just a matter of where our head's at and where we can get ourselves to think to the next rung on the ladder of financial freedom. So that's what you have to think about. So if you create, say, a $5,000 offer and you get 10 people, you've now got $50,000. But if it's a $10,000 offer, you've now got $100,000. And if you've got a $25,000 one, you've got a $250,000. And so you see, you can just keep going, or you can add value, you can add more people to the program. I mean, there are a lot of different ways to do it. But my point is that if you really see your book as your lead magnet and you've set your book up so that you're reaching your ideal target market, you know what problems they want solved and you're able to solve one of them, and it's a problem that is urgent, that they want solved right now and that they are willing to spend money with, and then you write that book to lead to that call to action. That call to action will either help you build your list so that you can then market to them to sell them into a higher price product, or it could be like Jeanette did, a $100 product, and it's all passive, and you make the money when you get whoever wants to, take you up on your next offer. So that's the point of what I wanted to say today. So I really want you to think about your mindset about what you think you can charge. And there is something, to be said in certain markets that there is kind of a ceiling, but there's always something more that you could offer, something different that you could offer. And it's just finding the right audience for what it is you want to offer. And then, as I said, writing the right book to do that. So that's it for today. If you want to listen to uh, the whole training that I did today, it's in the Social Buzz group. I did share it before I did it, which, it was a free offer. But if you want to get access to the replays, then you have to join the club. And I think her club is very cool because she does help people. It's kind of a marketing cooperative. Well, it is a marketing cooperative. And so what they do is they promote each other. So you've got you're promoting the other people, they're promoting you. And it's a way to get a lot of content seen out there without you having to do all the work yourself for a very reasonable cost. So if anybody's interested in that, you can find it at https://www.socialbuzzclub.com/ever. Oh, I'm sorry, EV register. socialbuzzclub.com/EV register. And so that was a 45-minute training. I went into the 3 secrets to writing a bestseller and how to do it in half the time to make 10 times the profits. I did give you the part about the 10 times the profits, right? A little bit about it right here. I go into more detail on the training. So that's it for now. I'd love to hear your comments, see what your thoughts are about, how you're thinking about money and mindset and how much you can charge and all that. So if you want to leave a comment, I appreciate it. That's it for now. Bye.